Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Chris Loves Comics. I hope the day has been finding you well. It's Thursday. I got the rest of the day off, so I figured this would be a good opportunity to go over this week's haul of comics. I know I've been going through some stuff for the past couple weeks, sort of been on and off with, either canceling the channel or not canceling the channel, but I've decided I'm going to keep the channel. I think it's a good outlet for me personally to talk with you about comics, and it's just great interacting with people. I firmly believe that, if you're ever going through something, don't go through it alone. Find someone, seek help, whether it be a doctor or, I'm not giving medical advice or whatever, but, see a doctor or see family, friends, just someone who will listen to you and, just give you some advice. But I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I really do. I appreciate every single one of you because you're the reason why I do this. I love talking about comics, but it's always good to have an audience. So with that out of the way, I'll go over this week's haul. There's been some promising starts with some of the books. For example, Guardians of the Galaxy, issue number 1 by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly. It's an interesting start. The art is by Kev Walker, who is also amazing, but it is the introduction of this soon-to-be event called Grootfall, and then you see my buddy Groot. He's kind of grown up since he was a little sapling, huh? But this looks like it's gonna be a wild ride. I enjoyed it. It's an interesting start. I don't know where they're going with it, but I like it. I would recommend this. Out of all the books that I have, I don't really have any Guardians of the Galaxy comics, so this is a good start for everyone. The Guardians, there's a little bit of tension within the team. Between Peter, Gamora, Drax, Mantis, and Nebula, but I'm sure we'll find out in the later issues where that stems from. And this next one is the beginning of the next Captain America event. This is Captain America Cold War. This has both Captains America, Sam and Steve, and they are fighting the Revolution, who is Bucky and Peggy Carter. But so this is off to an interesting start. I love this cover. Civil War. I love that scene, and I'm always on Captain America's side. If I were to choose between Captain America and Iron Man, I would always be with my buddy Cap. His team was way cooler too. Next up, Superman Lost, issue number 2. Now, I love Chris Priest's Black Panther one, but that's pretty much the only thing I've really liked from him. So, I'm a big Superman fan, as you well know, so I want to give this a shot. This is developing into something pretty cool. I'm actually pretty excited about this. I know this is going to be a 10-issue miniseries, but I love this cover, and I think there's a lot of good symbolism here that even the Man of Steel is not impervious to feeling human, and that's what I love about Superman. He's the most human of us all. Next up, Danger Street issue number 4 by Tom King. This is going to be a 12-part miniseries, and Jorge Fornes is on the art. Fantastic book. One of the books that I look forward to every month in my pull. And you have Warlord fighting Orion in the first page, and this this is a pretty wild ride. You have if you've read the previous issues, the Dingbats are trying to kill Orion and Warlord. Pretty much anyone who was responsible for killing their buddy Goodlooks. But there's a lot of oh crap moments, and there's great art. And this is the Creeper with Batman. Look at him literally just blowing smoke in Batman's face like it's nothing. This is really well done, and I know some people have some Tom King bias. You either like him or you don't. I didn't like his Batman run. I really did not like his Batman run, but I don't think that was entirely his fault. I think it was more Dan Didio's fault for having Tom King having to kill Alfred. But yeah, I forgive him. Next up, Batman Incorporated, issue number 7. Sorry, my daughter's texting me while I'm doing this. So this is with Professor Pig, and he and his associates are fighting Batman Incorporated. I don't want to ruin the ending because it introduces a new team, but this book is firing on all cylinders. This is written by Ed Brisson. Ed Brisson is currently writing the Predator run. Well, I think it's more of an homage. It's almost straight word for word from Predators, the movie, which I liked. So if you enjoy reading a comic version of that, it's pretty cool so far. But Ed Brisson is writing Batman Incorporated. Fantastic start. Next up is Fantastic Four, issue number 6 by Ryan North, and Fiorelli is on art. Without giving too much away, the Fantastic Four have seen better days. New York really doesn't like them. They caused an event which we're still not fully sure about, and New York has resented them. But there's another thing that's causing havoc in New York. It's this bacteria that's been hitting the water, and the Fantastic Four. Sue Richards really goes on display by putting an invisible field over the sun, because Mr. Fantastic came up with the idea that if you freeze the bacteria as opposed to boiling it, it would be able to kill faster. But there's someone who's ready to pick up the Fantastic Four after causing a mass global event. So it feels like the classic adage, no good deed goes unpunished. But Fantastic Four by Ryan North is also a great read. Miles Morales, and this is by Cody Ziegler, and this is Carnage by Ryan Packnadell. Ryan Packnadell is writing Red Goblin. That's another good book. I highly recommend. I think it's funny that he's writing both books who have mainly red characters. And this is written, as mentioned before, by Cody Ziegler. Both these books are feeding into the next event. I know, event. But I think these are going to be good. I'm a big fan of Carnage, and I love Miles Morales. I like Miles Morales' book more than the current Amazing Spider-Man, which is saying a lot. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, but I don't know. I'm still going to read Amazing Spider-Man. It's always good to collect, but I think Miles is running laps around Amazing Spider-Man. And plus, the art by Federico Vincentini, he is just out of this world with this art. I love this. Look at this splash page. So good. I love it. And I would highly recommend both those books. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's called Carnage Reigns. So both these books are feeding into the Carnage event. I will not be reading the Carnage 2099 event by Steve Orlando because reasons. I don't like him. He's just an awful writer. I don't know how he gets work, but I'm not gonna berate him too much. But that was it. Those were my books from this week's haul. It feels really good to talk with you guys. I feel like I'm talking with family right now, but I've talked with family and they've helped me sort through things out, and there shouldn't be any bumps in. I'm gonna try to do these weekly, and thank you very much for sticking around with me. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I know I'm far away from the 200, but I will do a huge giveaway for that. I'm at, I believe, 138 subscribers, and it really means a lot to me that you guys have stuck around. So with that, have a good week. Take care. It finally feels like spring. It's 77 degrees right now in New England. It feels really good, and it feels really good to talk about comics. All right, take care now.